Final thoughts time for Castle of Burgundy, which means it's time to say hello, everybody, and for me to actually literally blind myself. I don't know if you've noticed throughout this video, actually the room is very, very dark. That's one of the problems of living in kind of a castle. It gets very dark and gloomy, so it's kind of hard to film these things. So today I figured I'd try using the flash on my, the light on my iPhone to see if that helps. I mean, you guys have to tell me. All I know is I'm just staring. Don't go into the light. Oh, yikes! That I am. Anyway, maybe I should avert my eyes and have kind of that. I'll be talking to an interviewer who's not there, but no, I will talk to you guys. And I will talk to you to basically tell you that Castles in Burgundy is fantastic. It is our favorite failed game. Now, I should admit, for a while, Trajan took the top, because Trajan was new and shiny, and, the Mancala was amazing, and Jen and I were absolutely loving it. But over time, wisdom has prevailed, and we keep coming back to Burgundy a little more. I mean, Trajan is amazing. It's magnificent. But Burgundy is so smooth and elegant. I mean, that's the core thing that makes this game so special. I mean, you just saw a few opportunities over the course of these two videos to see just how with just a couple of dice, just two actions, you could do all these really cool, like multi-step combinatorial chains that just, pay off big. This game is so satisfying. Every turn, you're either setting up a really big next turn or you're paying off that really big turn. And what's really important, there's never a bad turn, because even if the dice don't go your way, that's okay. Pick up some workers, and that will guaranteed help you in a future turn. I mean, I cannot stress this enough to other designers out there. If you haven't played Burgundy, please do if you're thinking about making a dice game, because it is criminal not to include some mechanism in your game that if the dice go bad, that you don't get some positive reward. You don't still feel like you achieved something. It's a very Ameritrashy thing to say, oh, you had a bad roll? Aha, screw you, you lose. Not here. There's no such thing as a bad roll, which is so nice. And another thing, I mean, the fact that players all roll their dice at the same time. So while the first player's going, I mean, everybody can be thinking about what they're doing, thinking about what they'll do if what they really wanted can't be done. And so it just has a very fast energy to it as well. I mean, so much so that, Jen and I, we start goofing around while we're playing. Often, whenever we lay a mine down, we quote Gimli from Lord of the Rings. Remember when they said, and they call it a mine. A mine! We say that all the time when we put mines down. A mine! And I always say with these yellow knowledge tiles, science! To quote the old Blinded Me with Science song, which is very appropriate now since I'm literally going blind. Because we're just in really high spirits when we play this game because it's so fast, it's so smooth, we're always doing stuff. But it's always an interesting challenge, do I wait till next turn because maybe the dice will go better that way next turn, or do I say screw it and I'll buy right now what I need to buy? Maybe it won't be there next turn. All that kind of stuff. Now, there's a couple of minor complaints. The most notable being that you tell me, can you tell? Well, actually, you can with this flash, but how can I turn the flash off? Let's see, off. Now, can you tell at a glance the difference between this yellow and this green? I thought so. It's a real problem, the color scheming of this game. Particularly this very light yellow and this very light green. I mean, there have been times when we literally get confused. And there's no particular reason for that. That didn't have to happen. These should be. Why not have science be purple? That sounds like a nice, smart color. Jen would love it because her favorite color is purple. Why make them almost the exact same color? That's it. That's really the only valid complaint I've got about this game. I mean, I guess some people would say it's a bit too dry. It's a bit too Euro-y, but quite frankly, that's silly. Yes, it is abstract. Although, it does make sense. The boats make sense. The buildings, if you know what their names are, they kind of make sense. But it doesn't matter. It's just so much fun. And it's thematic enough that I think everybody, well, I would hope everybody can enjoy Die Burgen von Burgund, or Castles of Burgundy. Well, yeah, that's my time, everybody. This is Richard Ham. I hope you enjoyed this run-through. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, if I made a mistake, and I'm pretty sure I did. I think I made a mistake when I was shipping a couple of times. But regardless, I like feedback. Yes, I do. I like feedback. How about you? Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.